80% of the people buying a TV this year are going to pick the wrong level. And the worst part is not that they overspend, it is that most of them underspend in the exact spot where they should not. There are 5 levels of TV in 2026, 16 sets on the table, and I am going to put you on yours. Level 1 is a trap, and level 5 is throwing your money away. I am not going to tell you which one to buy. I am going to show you the 5 levels so you decide for yourself, with real prices from this week and real lab measurements, not the spec sheet off the box. And here is the heads up. There is one level, level 3, that is the sweet spot of the entire market. That is where the biggest jump in picture per dollar happens. But to understand why, you first need to see where we are coming from. Let's start at level 1. Level 1 is where 80% of buyers land, and that is exactly why I call it the trap. These are basic LED sets from names you know that look like a steal and are not. First, the Samsung Crystal UHDDU 7200 55 inches, around $380. 55 inches, 4K, a Samsung, under $400. It sounds great. The problem is a 60 Hz panel, and that mega contrast line on the box is not real local dimming, it is marketing. The black is gray. Second, the Hisense A6 series, about $300. Same story, fine for regular TV, but no serious brightness and no dimming zones. Third, the LG UT 7570, another $350 or so. Flat LED, no real dimming, fine, and nothing more. Here is the 10-second trick to spot the trap in the store. When the box says mega contrast, motion rate, or dynamic crystal color, translate that as no real local dimming. Those are pretty names for a single backlight lighting the whole panel at once. Level 1 only makes sense as a second TV for the kitchen or a bedroom, or when $400 is your hard ceiling. You jump to level 2 the moment this becomes the main TV in your living room, because for $20 or $30 more the picture changes completely. Hang on, the good stuff is next. Level 2 is the smart minimum, and for me, it is where most people should start. This is where real mini LED shows up for almost the price of level 1. The king here is the TCL QM6K, $449 in 55 inches. 500 plus local dimming zones versus 0 in level 1, and a 144 Hz panel. Same money, a different planet. Think about that for a second. It costs basically the same as the Samsung trap from level 1, and it gives you real backlight control the trap simply does not have. That single jump is the whole reason 80% buy wrong. Not because they spend more, but because they stay in level 1 for nothing. Right next to it, the Hisense U6, around $500. It is the cheapest way into real mini LED, with full array dimming and Dolby Vision, the one you see on sale all the time. And the third one, for the brand fans, the Samsung QN70F Neo Q LED, around $800. It is Samsung's entry mini LED with the Tizen system and great motion for sports. Level 2 is for 90% of living rooms, movies, shows, sports, and console, with zero studying required. You buy here and forget about it for years. You only move up to level 3 when you watch a lot of movies with the blinds open and you want HDR that truly punches. Now we hit level 3, the one I promised you, the real jump. Here, mini LED goes from good to ridiculous, and that is why I am giving it 4 sets instead of 3. The star is the TCL QM6K, around $1,500 in 65 inches. Watch the number. The QM6K from level 2 had about 500 zones. This one has thousands. The brand says 5,000 nits, but let's be honest. In the lab, the real peak lands near 4,500 nits in standard mode. Even so, it is one of the brightest TVs you can buy, and the press crowns it the brightness king for the price. Right below it, its brother the TCL QM7K, around $1,000 in 65 inches. almost everything the 8K does for a good chunk less. When the 8K is out of budget, this is the smart buy of the level. Third, the Hisense U7, this year's 2026 model. 3000 nits, a 165Hz panel, and 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. Brutal for sports and console, starting around $1,300. And fourth, for the premium brand buyer, the Samsung QN90F. It is the Neo QLED with the matte glare-free screen, perfect for bright rooms with big windows, around $1,800. And here is the detail nobody mentions. With thousands of zones, the halo around white subtitles on a black background basically disappears. And for anyone using it as a giant PC monitor, the 8K pushes up to 288 Hz at 1080. That is serious gaming monitor territory on a 65-inch screen. This is the biggest jump in picture per dollar in the whole video. By the way, if you are torn between mini LED and OLED, the card up here has my comparison with both sets running side by side. Level 4. Home Cinema. We switch technology here. We move into OLED and perfect black. Not dark, perfect, because every pixel turns itself off. The reference is the LG OLED C6, around $2,000 in 55 inches. Perfect black, the Alpha 11 Generation 3 processor, and 4 HDMI 2.1 ports at 4K and 165 Hz. It is the best movie TV and the best gaming TV at the same time. The Samsung alternative, the S90F, around $1,700. OLED with the Tizen system and a glare-free panel, perfect if you live in the Samsung ecosystem. And the doorway into OLED, the LG B6, around $1,300. A little less brightness, but the perfect black of OLED for the price of a good mini LED. It is the cheapest OLED I can recommend with a straight face. One honest catch, OLED is dimmer than the mini LED in level 3. If your living room is a fishbowl of daylight, level 3 will please you more. If you control the light and watch movies at night, level 4 will make you fall in love. And speaking of buying decisions most people get wrong, I recently broke down the 5 levels of tablets and why 80% of buyers overpay. It is in the card up top and linked below. You move up to level 5 almost never, and I will tell you why right now. And level 5, the Overkill. Time for the honest friend talk. These are technical marvels, and they are for almost nobody. The Samsung S95F, $3,300 in 65 inches, with a 5th generation QD OLED panel and a glare-free matte screen. Probably the best picture in the store. The LG OLED G6, also around $3,300, with the tandem panel that pushes past 3,000 nits, the brightest OLED there is, and the Sony Bravia 8 II, $2,700 in 65 inches, with the QD OLED panel that calibrators love and the best image processing on the market. Here is the truth. They cost roughly double a level 4 and give you, being generous, 15% more. On your couch, at a normal distance, 95% of people would not see the difference between level 4 and level 5. That is diminishing returns. You pay a lot more for a little more. Unless you are a hardcore enthusiast or you have a dedicated home theater, stay at level 4 and put the difference into a good soundbar. You will enjoy it more. Quick recap. Level 1, the Trap. Second, TV only. Level 2, the Smart Minimum, the TCL QM6K, the smart buy for 90% of people. Level 3, the Real Jump, the TCL QM8K, the best brightness per dollar and the sweet spot of the market. Level 4, Home Cinema, the LG OLED C6, perfect black, and the Gaming King. And Level 5, the Overkill, spectacular but unnecessary for almost everyone. So the real call is not which TV is best, it is which level you are on. You have all 16, sorted by level with prices, in the description. Tell me in the comments which level you were going to buy and which one you are buying now. If this saved you from a blind purchase, hit like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Take care.